I don't know when I lost you. So, talking about this great army of hope and all these people helping and all these things coming to the community all over the country. We're seeing stories of homeless people getting help. And I was talking about Dan Bryant and Kitty Percy and how he was just on OPB and had this great story. And his program is like top notch, and how little it costs to really help these people and give them dignity, man. And it's becoming a great army of hope. We're finding people who are addicts. We're finding people who need help to getting out of recovery. We've had a 30-year drug war. I'm going to put the oven on 350, and I'm going to give them about 10 minutes from a cold oven, and that should give them medium rare, medium. I want a little pink in the center. And so we got this. Oh, that's right. I wanted to show you this real quick. So when you have a handful of pasta, okay, see this? Now watch my hand. See me kind of spin it? All right? I didn't do it very well, but if you do a good spin, you can get it all the way around. But see how I spread them out so they're not one big chunk? And then my water was really boiling well. I've salted my water. Sometimes it's simple things that you need to, and pasta goes to 2.5 times this amount. All right, so we're just going to wait on that. And I'm going to prepare one more pan to, all I need to do is just really heat this up. It's great as it is. So as we're talking, all right, so all these things are happening all over the country, and so if you haven't been affected by the drug war directly, haven't been affected by the fallout, collateral damage, somebody in your house who's been in jail, something stolen, maybe you're on the victim side and you're really upset about all these people, right? And the meth addict human. Addict is suffering human. Really, they are. It's really bad. I mean, I've gone through some suffering, but the suffering that I went through psychologically and emotionally while I was lost on meth, and I didn't have like a higher, and wasn't in recovery, wasn't in groups, hadn't really tried, I learned some stuff, but I hadn't really tried hard. Man, that was some of the worst stuff I've ever gone through in my life in here, You all be thinking you be strong, you break down in here. When that breaks, you're a little, it's just a twig. No strength. No grounding, nothing. So we have this great American army, man, and they're out there and they're changing things. And it's starting to be an army. It's starting to be the bikers coming forth and saying, we're clubs, man, we're not drug dealers. Stop portraying us as that. It's starting to be the community stepping forth and saying, hey, guess what? There's like 3 times as many people in this town in recovery than there is using. We're starting to say, why are these children being stuck in the same thing? Our children, 30 years it's been going on. That's a whole generation, man. That's, that's terrible. So we begin to fix it. A lot of skepticism is going to go on. So we're going to have to look at the humanity of it all. Now, we're going to go back to Martin Luther King, man, where from the letter from Birmingham jail when he was daring us, man. Daring all the churches to say, what is right, man? What is right? Is it allowing suffering, or is it going out and putting your hands in the world of suffering and stopping that suffering? Does every tenant of every church speak this? I don't even have to say the name of everybody. You all got what I'm talking about. And if you don't carry a church, and you maybe carry a different church where you like clubbed up, you still got a church because you still got family, and you still got generations, and you still love your babies, man. I don't care who you are. You love your babies. If you're an American and you love your babies, and you hear what I'm saying, you hear about the great American army of people who want to help, man. People who want to make a difference in somebody else's life. And then that person rises up, and 1 or 3 or 4 of those want to make a difference in somebody else's life. That's what's happened, dude. That's what's happened. It became from me, this one little lone guy, homeless, on 2006 in a sleeping bag, and starting to go to college and starting to beat my addiction, and then putting all the names of the dead up, and 63 names, and telling stories about Dawn and about, man, I mean, Brent and Diane and just, you know, all my friends. I mean, I can go back to the board and just, you know, and then 73 names the next year, and then we go from that to Opportunity Village 5 years later, or the Dan Egan Centers, and then Opportunity Village. And while this is going on in this small town, we're dealing with the homeless campers, and somebody gives them 400,000, we're finding ways. While this is going on here, they're talking about it on the media. They're putting it front stage, man, because America's saying this needs to be taken care of. So we're all starting to look at it like, time to bring our community back, man. Time to stop hustling each other and grow together, man. We rise all together, man. And that's Chef Down to Ghetto Gourmet show right now, man. Look, man, I'm just trying to represent. And if you understand that, and you down with that, and if you represent, you know what I mean? The same story about, like, you know, when that Black Panther went into that jail with all them, you know, the boys, the good old boys back in the day. When the police put them in there, you know, and they thought the good old boys were going to whoop that boy's butt, and that didn't happen. Brother came in and he told those people to organize. Organize for themselves, not for him. Be strong for your own community, not for me. Not for the president. Eventually it'll get to him. If we all strong, then our president's strong. Don't matter who he is. So let us be strong. Let us pick up some weight, man. Let us do some work. I'm handicapped. I work 50, 60 hours a week, and PT. No, I work about 40 hours a week, and PT about another 20 hours a week. And all of it ain't no joke. But I do it because it's right. And I do it because if I can get up here like I is, and sing and dance and act a fool and even make a fool of myself, I look kind of foolish like that, right? I don't give a You hear me? I don't give a Don't ever touch a black man radio. Y'all know. Feel the peace on the streets. See it begin to happen. Either be a part of it or watch and wonder. Because it's going to happen no matter what. It's already started. You can't stop it. The unstoppable force of a better community. Let no man, woman, or child live in poverty or terror. That's a noble thing, huh? Peace up.